crazy night. I went to sleep at 11:50.
It's time for a Mr. Different comedy show.
It would be nice to make Mr. Different related jokes.
Well, it is 2:54 a.m. on this crazy night. I went to sleep at 11:50 and I woke up at 1 a.m. like crazy. But here's to a nice beginning to 2012.
It's time for a Mr. Different comedy show. So, let's get this.
Hi guys, welcome to the Mr. Different comedy show. So, it is 2012. Hello 2012. 5 years ago, in 2007, if I were to be saying Mr. Different in any scenario in the vlogs, you guys would be like, what? Who? What's that mean? But at the end of 2010, I had said to you guys that Mr. Different would be a nice nickname to put on this channel. And then in 2011, last year, I enacted Mr. Different. So you know me as Mr. Different since the time that I turned 19 years old for the first year. Because I'll be 19 again. 2012 is my second year of being 19 years old. You know what? Call that 19 and a half. Just call it 19 and a half straight away. Because 2012 is not the end of the world. It is not the end of 19. If it was to be the end of 19, then it would be the end of the world straight away. Anyone here forgot about Re15? Yeah, I almost did. But after April, what am I gonna do? Turn 19 and a half. Or you know what? Call that 19 the second. Just like Avengers 2 and Fast and Furious 2, I'm gonna call that 19 the second. Because 19 and 2 are two different numbers. So we can just put it as 19II. 19 the second is what we can call that. Just like there have been kings and queens with first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And it goes on like that. But what are my Re15 plans for April 2012? So, on April Fools, I will act like it's in-school suspension, which is a true story from January 2008, 4 years ago. And then later in April, I will reenact the day that I did the hike with the rest of my classmates, which I did back in the beginning of October 2007. Yeah, remember when I was bitching about like Mr. Different? I was like, I was Mr. Different even then too. Nobody else had a camera in their hand filming a scene that was just basically something to just remember anyway. Nobody else was like, oh, you know what, like, it's like talking in front of an audience pretty much, rather than just talking to whoever you are with during the event. If you don't remember the vlog that I had put on October 6th, 2007, then just like the day that I did my hike, I was the only one who was holding a phone in his hand with a camera, especially while heading to the airport, in the plane, heading out of the plane, and preparing to get on the bus on the way out of the airport and reach home. there was nobody else other than myself as a student who got those scenes on camera. Because actually there were a couple of teachers too. But as a student, like, I was the only one. They at least didn't get to know that I started doing these videos on January 16th, 2006. And in 2006, you would not know what Mr. Different was like. In fact, at that time, we would be reading Little Mr. and Little Mrs. books. For example, Mr. Tall, Mrs. Energetic, Mr. Dizzy, something like that. Remember the crazy days at the end of last summer during my old vlogging series that whoever would march into the traffic like a trespasser, I would call them donkey. Alright? Like the mountain donkeys, I would call them donkeys. Today, if some stranger would have come into my house without telling me that they would be coming, I would call them turkey. And it was just like me driving through the mountains and say, hey, where's Shrek? Where's your Shrek? And when I started doing driving in the fall period, after a big break, then when I saw an industrial building, then that would be the second industry baby. Industry baby. What is industry baby? I would be saying, what is industry baby? After so long of not practicing any driving. Is it just a brand? Is it the name of the new industry? Or, more knowledgeably, is it a song? Remember in one other Comedy Sunday video that I have done in the history of something that wasn't Mr. Different quite yet. Mr. Different didn't even exist. And I was making that funny joke about pigs being pink, right? And I was creating the stylish look for a pig on the 3D picture editor, the 3D objects editor. And, you paint the pig in blue, right? But pigs are pink. If they were blue, then why would we be calling them pigs? And why not call them blugs? Right? Those sniffy animals. Why wouldn't we call those sniffs blugs if they were blue? Or rods if we were red? But pigs. Because they are pink, it's easy. 2012, get it? Would be a year that if I were to start my world traveling business by going to the Far East, right? And they'd be like, yo, what are you doing here, brother? Haven't you heard about the micro O? Whatever the micro O is that they talk about these days. The micro O. Oh, I need a microscope. Where's that O? Whew. It's just so hard to find it. Even a pixel wouldn't make it too hard. Ah, there it is. There's the micro O. Alright guys, that's the end of the Mr. Different comedy show. It would be nice to make Mr. Different related jokes on a day that, I end one big chapter of my life that has put me so much into discipline. Of course, actually, it isn't 2012, but I would like to say, hey, 2012, as a matter of being Mr. Different. I have planned for this for nearly an entire year. So guys, I am going to end it there for today because I will be busy preparing for the montage. I got 2 days left and then I will not do vlogs every day for some time. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the draws that I will do for what time I will do workouts on February 28th, and some more kick-ass moments. See ya.